guys? This is Tabletop Vibes, and today we're taking a look at Tripped by Quinn and Sherry, an upcoming Kickstarter where you're traveling the globe with 8 of your friends, possibly, and you're racing from your hometown or home starting area to then go to 6 other different countries and back. But you could get tripped up. So this was like a huge blast of a game to play. It's pretty lighthearted and fun and fast paced. You can play pretty quickly. It does play 2 to 8 players. We played probably we played 3, we played 4, and we played 6. We didn't try with 8. It's just gonna add more chaos and more crazy, awesome fun. But it plays probably within 30 to 45 minutes once everybody gets the hang of it. And so what do you do on your turn? Well, it's traveling the globe. So you got the United States you can play as. Everybody gets a passport. United States, Canada, Mexico, the Caribbean, Greenland, Central America, I believe. So there's a bunch of different ones. We'll throw them up on the screen. You get 2 plane cards, 2 train cards, and 2 boat cards. And these are your tickets, right? Because you're traveling around the globe by road, which is a free action. You can just travel by road, or by boat, you have to have the boat card. By train, you have to have the train card, or by airport, which you also need the airport card. When you start the game, you can't start in an airport. Well, it's kind of like cheating. You're gonna take whatever region you're in. If you're in the United States, you can pick one of the surrounding cities to start in, and then you'll get that card, which is your home card. And then everybody else will do that. Like I stated, you'll get the first starting 6 cards that are your ticket cards. You don't start with any tripped cards because, well, those are like rule breaking things for the game. And so, yeah, we had such a good time playing it. It came down to the wire. I'll tell you, and I'll explain what this does later, but I played a trip card. So you have green trip cards, you got a blue trip card, you have orange trip cards, which are usually bad because like natural disasters. These things are awesome. They just mess up everybody on the game. You also have red trip cards, which you can play against people to stop them, like from taking the turn, from different actions. Green cards are usually more helpful for you. I had a card called Bounce, which means that usually you cannot go into a space that has somebody already in it, but the bounce pushed them out of that space. I also had, there's a deportation card, or deport, it puts you back somewhere else in the same country you're in, or swap places. And so I literally had a swap places card. Like I rediscovered my 6th continent and hit it, and then I had to go back to my hometown. And so my brother, he had to go back to Canada, and so I decided to swap us. I thought he wouldn't have what it took to get there. He ended up winning it. I lost. Again, it's a blast to play. Like it's so much fun trying to stop each other and you're trying to find and execute the most beneficial, efficient way to get from point A to point Z. Okay, so it's super cool. You have your passport. You have cards numbered 1 through 6, and on those cards there are different cities you have to go to that you're traveling to out of the 6. You try not to let other people know because, well, you're trying to get there without them knowing because they're going to try to stop you. So yeah, it is just a really blast of a game. This thing is so cool. It comes in this beautiful like luggage suitcase. There's a beautiful insert on this as well. Inside you have tickets, like space for tickets. You have a place for trip cards. You have your cities thing. Everything is like well done. I think this is the limited edition. Obviously this is still a prototype, so not everything you see here is final, but it is just such a good time. You have six disaster tokens. So, one of the disasters, so you can get these orange cards that add up and put in natural disasters. They're awful. It's so much fun. One of them was that it goes in all the sectors across the board. So it was literally blocking Canada off from the rest of us. If you wanted to go into it, you would have to spend 2 of your 4 actions. So you have 4 different, you can take 4 trips. What does that mean? From one location to another, from one pinpoint city to another city, either by road, which is a free move. You don't have to spend any ticket cards. And then you also can spend your boats, your railroad or train, and your planes. And planes, when you spend them, they move by quadrants, so you can like gap over, and that could just be 1 trip. So each city part in between each thing is 1 trip. So you get 4 trips every turn, and then you can play a green card or a red card from your hand, a trip card, and then you'll then discard the cards that you played. At the end of your turn, you can draw up to 2 cards. It can either be 2 trip cards, 2 ticket cards, or 1 of each. But if you draw an orange card, you have to throw it down, and you have to do it immediately, which what kept happening to me and natural disasters. So there's a bunch of them all mixed up. You'll shuffle them all together. It's crazy. It's a ton of fun. The other really super cool thing about this game is all the minis that you get to play as, like, represents each one of your country. Like in the United States is the Statue of Liberty. And then you got, like, I don't actually know the landmarks, so please forgive me, but I will show you them all up on the screen. They're really cool, and like, again, I think this is the deluxe limited edition, so I'm not sure what those components will look like. These are prototypes, but they're great because they also have a magnet, like, weight on the bottom, so they're not falling over, which is super great idea. It's super awesome. The components of this and the insert in this game is beautiful. And again, I think the more people you have to play this game, the kind of more crazy it gets, because can't go into spaces with other people. You can't start the game on an airport, right? And so everything starts to get way more crunchy, even though you have this massive global map and you're this global traveler trying to make your way and beat your friends around the globe. It gets harder when all of you are trying to stop at the same different locations and you're blocking each other off. You can spend, which is very helpful, I found, you can spend 3 of the same card for 1 card. So like you can spend 3 boats to have a train or a airplane, right? So there's those kind of nice ability. There's some take that you can or cannot. Sometimes it works out and it's beneficial, and other times, like I did, and I swapped positions at the wrong time thinking that I could make it there before my brother and then end up losing the game. But this is such a good game, light strategy game for, like, you know, hey, we just got done playing this insane brain burner. Oh, hey, let's play this quick game. We only have this amount of time this game night. Or people coming into the hobby are like, hey, you want to know what a really fun game is? Tripped. Let's take a look at this. It's easy to learn, and it has a lot of depth because, again, you're trying to make the most beneficial, efficient dash to each location and then back, which is the really hard part. And sometimes, like one of mine was all the way up in Canada, surrounded by water, and then you don't have any water cards, but you don't have enough cards to trade in cards. So then I'm just moving, like, it's so fun. And then the natural disasters they count as 2 trips. So like if you go and cross through the natural disasters, it cuts off half of your, like, turn in a sense. So you got to think about stuff like that. Is it worth it? Is it not? Taking the roads, which are free, remembering that that's an action that you can do. So again, there's like a lot of fun things about this game, and you can see your opponents or family or friends flipping their cards over and revealing that they're getting 1 step closer to winning, and then it puts the pressure on you to make better technical, strategical calculations on where you want to travel. So yeah, Tripped, it's super awesome. It's coming to Kickstarter really soon, so definitely keep a lookout. Like, subscribe, and comment on the place that you want to travel or go to the most. Mine is Australia. I don't really know. I just want to go on walkabout. I think that would be a lot of fun, and I would want to meet Crocodile Dundee, but I don't think he's there, but that's what I want to do. And as always, I'm TableTopVibes. We thank you for watching. Check out Tripped. It's a blast. It's going to be super great. It's a lot of fun. Travel the world. Don't get tripped up while you're doing it. See ya.